Today we are going to discuss about another nematode, that is Ascaris lumbricoides. So this Ascaris lumbricoides is also known as the giant roundworm. So mainly the disease caused by this giant roundworm is obstruction at the ileocecal valve. Also it causes the biliary obstruction, it causes intestinal perforation, and it migrates from nose and mouth. So how this Ascaris lumbricoid, also known as giant roundworm, transmit? Mainly the transmission occurs through the fecal-oral route. How do we diagnose this Ascaris lumbricoid infection? We diagnose by the saline wet mount. We can see the novi-coated oval eggs that is seen in fishes under the microscope. What happens is that we took a fecal sample, and with fecal sample we prepare the saline wet mount, and in that saline wet mount, if we visualize the novi-coated oval eggs, then we confirm that it is the eggs of Ascaris lumbricoides. What is the treatment? The treatment is mainly by the bendazoles. Now let us discuss the life cycle of the Ascaris lumbricoides. So there are adult worms in the small intestine, mainly in the jejunum. Both male and female worms are present. So after 6 to 10 weeks, the female worm lay eggs, and the eggs are passed in the feces, and these eggs contaminated the soil, and in the soil egg embryo is formed. Now the eggs which has the egg embryo is now called the rabidiform larva, and it is changed into the embryonated egg. The larva undergo molting inside the egg, and it undergoes molting inside the egg, and side by side it contaminates food and water, raw vegetable, and also unclean fingers. So whenever we intake those contaminated food and water, raw vegetable, or if there is auto inoculation by the unclean fingers, and if there is mechanical transmission, then that embryonated egg, in that embryonated egg, larva has already undergone the molting, goes inside the small intestine. Here the embryonated eggs rupture by the various intestinal enzymes, and the larvae are released in the duodenum. Those larvae penetrates the intestinal villi, and it goes into the portal vein circulation. There it goes towards the liver, and it infects liver. From there it goes towards the pulmonary circulation, and it also reaches up to the lungs, and in the lungs the larva grows in size. So in the lungs there is twice molting on the 5th and the 10th day, and inside the lungs those larvae break open the alveoli, the bronchioles, the bronchi, and ultimately goes into the trachea, and it moves towards the pharynx. And whenever we move from the pharynx, we try to swallow that larva, and the larva is swallowed. Whenever it reaches through the pharynx, the larva is swallowed, and it goes through the esophagus towards the stomach, and that larva ultimately forms adult worm in the small intestine. Both male and female adult worms are formed. So again whole life cycle is repeated. So this is the life cycle of the Ascaris lumbricoides, also known as the giant roundworm. So I hope you understood this topic on the Ascaris lumbricoides. Thank you.